What you print is nothing compared to the effect of the printed word. The printed word sets up a paradigm, a structure of awareness which affects everybody in very, very drastic ways, and it doesn't very much matter what you print.
Since 1704, people have looked up to newspapers as a source of connectedness, a way to connect with the world and our surrounding environment, to communicate and dictate politics and world events, and a way to remain aware and conscious. In today's day and age, it is blatantly obvious that digital media has taken the world by storm, serving many different purposes in the average human's everyday life, such as acting as a source of entertainment and knowledge. A clear divide exists, and a relevant and also interesting question arises. How does print media, in particular the printing press, perform in comparison to digital media based on effects on user preference and experience? Let's take a look at a traditional versus digital world. The medium is the message. 2/3 of Australians do not believe newspapers to be a fair and accurate source of news. Newspaper reporters consistently rate more poorly than television journalists and talkback radio hosts for honesty and ethics. Here is our first indicator of digital media's powerful lead as a frontrunner for news and information. Let's back this up with extensive studies and testing that prove the internet provides users more need satisfaction than traditional media, with the largest displacements occurring for television and newspapers. So what does this mean? As time has gone on, the place of production has become progressively less important than the form of communication. Individuals are more concerned about the medium they receive their information on, rather than the information itself. Let's back this up by taking a look at magazines. Some would argue that the choice in choosing amongst a variety of magazines is in the brand, not the information, ideas, or ideologies. The medium is the message. Let's take a look at the traditional side of things. Through research, it can be argued that user experience is enhanced when accessing newspapers online for the use of finding specific information and locating the news. On the other hand, user experience is not enhanced nor altered when users access newspapers for reasons other than news, whereby there is no significant effect when reading is for entertainment. Traditional news exposure also proves to be more effective and sought after in comparison to news on the web, further highlighting the idea that the web is highly unlikely to diminish the use of traditional news media, including newspapers. The medium is the message. Any extensions of ourselves result from the new scale that is introduced into our affairs by each extension of ourselves or by any new technology. The content of writing is speech. The content of print is the written word. The content of the telegraph is print. Digital media can be seen as merely an extension of print. In an ever-changing and improving world, I think it is fair to say that people often gravitate towards digital media over print media because in their eyes the information isn't better, the medium is. It doesn't matter what you see or read because the effect of the written word, spoken speech, or visual itself has a much bigger effect than the information. The effect of being able to access millions of web sources and modified, individually searched information on the web is increasingly having a much bigger effect on individuals than printed newspapers. The medium is the message.
Created using Powtoon.